Welcome back to the Jeff Crilley Show. I'm Sarah Crilley, filling in for Jeff while he's in Houston. Don't worry, he'll be back next weekend. I'm so thrilled to introduce my co-host, Kathleen DeNoyer. She's sitting in for this segment.
Hello, hello.
And Dr. Naikai Butler with Sound Blessings.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. We're
Thank
so
you
excited
so
to have you.
Glad to be back.
Dr. Naikai, I've known you for years.
Yes.
Catch us up. What's going on? You've got soundblessings.org. Tell us all
Yes,
about
yes.
your nonprofit.
Sure. We have a new nonprofit called Sound Blessings. And the goal of this nonprofit organization is to help people get hearing aids when they can't afford them.
Wow.
Yes.
So I'm sure you've seen so much with your company, and
Yes.
people come through your doors and they just can't afford to hear.
For sure. I've been practicing audiology here in Dallas since 2011. And through the years, there's been some changes with health insurance. And that happened, the big change happened in 2013, where for people who are very low income that are on Texas Medicaid, they really restricted who can receive a hearing aid under their program. So it leaves out a large group of people. If you're an adult, you have to have hearing loss in both ears, but you can only get one hearing aid.
Really?
Yes. If you're a child, you have to have hearing loss in both ears, and it has to be pretty severe for you to qualify for hearing aids. So just imagine a family being told that their child has a hearing loss, a real diagnosis, a problem, but it's not bad enough for your insurance to cover the devices that will help them, and they cost about $3,000 to $4,000.
Wow. And so you're doing something about it.
Yes.
Isn't she amazing, Kathleen?
That's crazy. And I can just imagine that you saw a lot of patients that broke your heart and that inspired you to do this nonprofit to help these people out.
Right. When it first started happening, I'm thinking, okay, this is not real. This problem cannot be happening here in Texas because they had excellent benefits prior to. And so I'm thinking, okay, something's going to change here quickly, and we're not going to be leaving out all these people. Well, 3 years, 4 years later, it's still happening. So my first efforts to try to help with this problem, I would just ask people, hey, could you donate some hearing aids? I would ask every hearing aid sales rep I came in contact with and just do it on my own free time to try to mix and match and provide it. But there are so many people, it's just the need became too great. And so my team, we decided to go ahead and formally form the nonprofit Sound Blessings so we can ask others to help with funding and actually providing these devices.
Sound Blessings, it's all in the name. So tell us a little bit about the journey of creating this nonprofit.
Sure. It's been very exciting. So some of the very first efforts were back in 2013. I begged a sales rep for some hearing aids, and we were able to deliver a pair of hearing aids to a young man in his home in Mesquite.
Wow.
This young boy has been struggling in school, and right when those Medicaid changes happened, his school will let the family rent hearing aids while he was at school. But yeah, rent.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You can rent them to learn, but we can't give them to you to, grow all the time.
Right. And prior to receiving these hearing aids at school, he was doing horrible on spelling tests and things like that. They saw the improvement with him using them at home, but this is the kid that when he was outside, the neighbors said that he was disobedient and things like that, but they would be calling him or telling him to get out of the street. He simply just did not hear them. And so having those hearing aids at home, helps everything, where the TV volume is down when he's playing his video games, and he could be out with his friends and safely be in the neighborhood playing and, enjoy his life.
Wow. Isn't she amazing? And Kathleen, you have a personal tie with Naikai. Share with us how you know her.
Well, she's a military veteran. Thank you for your service. And my parents are colonels as well. So there's always that camaraderie when you meet people. And I met her at a military morning breakfast formation. And so it's a bunch of military veterans. A lot of them are business owners, and they're all working together to help build a network and get some exposure for each other and the different things that they're doing like this. And it's a really great network, and I was really pleased to meet her and, get to know some of the other veterans there.
I think that's great. Tell us a little bit more about Sound Blessings, soundblessings.org. For those of you that are driving, know that she will be on Facebook, and we will plug that on Facebook, the website, and a little bit more information. But share with us again, just, painting the picture of receiving those hearing aids and what people can do to help you continue to provide this goodwill to our community.
Yes. So we formed the nonprofit formally in June, and we received our 501c3 status at that time. And so the very first task of start a new nonprofit is fundraising. How do you get money? So there was a contest through a program, a veteran-owned nonprofit called Momentum Texas. They help veterans start businesses and grow businesses. Well, they had a contest, 30 seconds. Can you tell us about your business in 30 seconds and effectively deliver a call to action?
In 30 seconds.
In 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
That's a challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had our first round of the competition at the Dallas Library in August, second round in October, and then the very last event was at the annual Veterans Summit. It was held at the Federal Reserve Bank here in Dallas. And it was 3 final contestants, and we were able to get up in front of the crowd and say our 30-second commercial, and the audience got to vote in real time, and I won $5,000.
Yay! That's awesome. So if somebody's listening today and they either need your help or they know somebody who needs your help, how can they get in touch with you?
Simply go to our website, www.soundblessings.org. It's really simple. There's a button for application, very short application, and our application is free, which is different from a lot of other nonprofits that provide these type of services. You know, we're not doing something new, but other nonprofits that provide hearing services have application fees that range $200 to $400 per ear. So again, if you are low income, it's hard to fill those out. But our quick application, you go online, you print it out. All I need is proof that you are currently on some type of public assistance, very basic information, and we get you all set up for hearing aids. So since we received that $5,000, we've been able to help 3 people so far. It's been very exciting getting those donations out. And I even got a little nice drawing from one of my patients when she received it. It was so
Show this on
sweet.
camera.
Yeah, I need to see this on Facebook Live. This is amazing.
Oh, look
so
at-
so do you just tend to help out a lot of kids? A lot of parents are more motivated for the kids, or
All ages.
all ages?
All ages.
All ages.
I'm going to
Yes.
read this.
Program.
Thank you for giving me the hearing aids. And then they drew you with a little, it looks exactly like you. And you're saying you're welcome. And thank you for my hearing aids. Oh, how sweet.
Was that
And-
sweet?
Oh, I love that. Okay, Dr. Butler, I think we have a couple more minutes here. So those of us that maybe have experienced hearing loss, give us kind of some of the symptoms.
Sure. Usually hearing loss occurs gradually and slowly over time, so people just kind of ignore it. They think, I was in that one situation and I couldn't understand what people are saying, but it happens over and over again where they hear speech, but it's not clear, or they misunderstand things. Usually outsiders, the people who they communicate with, notice it more than the actual individual. So they'll be asking, could you say that again? Oh, and everybody says the television is too loud, but that person thinks it's comfortable. Those are the common symptoms of a hearing loss, is trouble understanding speech and noise. TV and phone volumes always have to be at the maximum. You probably have some type of hearing loss.
Now, when I was a kid, we did hearing tests in school.
Yes.
But, since I left elementary
As an
school,
adult.
I haven't done anything. So for somebody like me, I'm 35, but my great-grandmother lost her hearing by 60. She lived the last 30 years of her life deaf, completely deaf.
Your grandmother?
My great-grandmother.
Oh.
Yeah, which was an interesting thing to deal with in the family. But so what should I be doing? Should I at some point come to test with you or test with another doctor because of the fact that I have had hearing loss in the family? Or?
For sure.
Okay.
Since you have a familiar hearing loss, yes, definitely get tested at least every 2 years. When you go to your main physical with your primary care physician, they're usually doing some type of screening, just a quick pass-fail to let you know if you need to go get a detailed test. But for adults, just be watchful of how loud you keep your headphones and music. Noise-induced hearing loss is the most common type of hearing loss, and it's 100% preventable if you protect your hearing. But if you yourself or you notice a loved one that is struggling with those symptoms, just have them call a local audiologist and get that test. It's quick, it's painless, and it gives them real information on if they need help or not.
And soundblessings.org is your nonprofit, but tell us about Hearing Services of North Texas. Where are you located?
Yes, Hearing Services of North Texas has been open since 2011. It's right here in Dallas on 35 and Empire Central. Our address is 8500 North Stemmons Freeway. 75247 is our zip code. Our number is 469-438-3918. And we've been helping Texas with hearing loss, and it's been great.
That's right. And we'll have more information on her on the Jeff Crilley Show Facebook page. If those of you haven't followed the Jeff Crilley Show Facebook page, it's Jeff, Crilley Show, Jeff Crilley Show on Facebook and on Instagram, and we're streaming live. I think we have just a couple more minutes. I had a question about the hearing aids themselves.
Yes.
Because technology keeps advancing. Are these aren't the big, bulky hearing aids that
they used to be?
They used to be.
They come in so many sizes and shapes, and usually the larger ones that are available are for people who have a more profound hearing loss and they need more power. But even the largest ones that they have today are small compared to what they were 10, 15 years ago. And most people are walking around with hearing aids, and people don't even know.
They don't even notice
because they are so discreet and tiny. So they're not your grandfather's hearing aids.
They're not your
grandfather's.
And I haven't really seen one up close or experienced one, but I'm picturing, like, do you have to charge them? What's like the maintenance of hearing aids?
I have a sample right
You
over
have a
there.
sample right over
Do
here?
you really? Where
I
is
do in
it?
my purse.
Oh.
Okay, well,
to
we will show
you.
that on Facebook Live in
But,
just a minute.
They are rechargeable. They have small little batteries, but they are tiny and discreet and just not as cumbersome as people think that they are or what they used to be.
Well,
they're all usually, we're coming down to like the size of.
There we go. She's showing.
I mean, you couldn't see that if you had that put inside of your ear, Sarah, and that thing tucked behind the back of your head, or the back of your ear, rather. They're so
amazing.
small. You're right. They're tiny compared to what I remember them being
they are
when
not
they're
like
older.
that anymore. So they're the manufacturers know that cosmetics are important to individuals, and so they're working hard to make the technology smarter, better, and to make them as small as possible, so people feel confident wearing them and not ashamed.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Dr. Naikai Butler on the Jeff Crilley Show. You can visit more information on her nonprofit, soundblessings.org. And again, we cannot wait to have you back. I'd love to have someone in studio that's experienced, Sound Blessings and, kind of highlight that character. So don't go away. We've got a fun segment. We're going to keep Kathleen around because she's going to tell us all about the Dallas Junior Chamber of Commerce.
Big year coming up.
The Centennial. Don't go away.
You're listening to The Jeff Crilley Show on Talk Radio 1190.